whole bunch of papers and assistants and stuff like that, like Katie Aranda. Nobody voted for him. Okay? In your CV, you're not going to write, oh, and last summer I slept for 2-3 days straight on the weekend because I was too tired. Nobody will judge you for that. Okay? So this is for all of you guys. You're going to challenge yourself to be better, but don't push yourself to be better. Okay? One thing is to try to survive, and the other one is to live. Any other question? Nikki, I saw you raise your hand.
Not a question, just a comment. Where it's very important to know how to take care of yourself and listen to your body, it's also important to know when your body is tricking you to feel that everything you're doing is not worthwhile.
You mean like swimming?
No.
You still owe me like a couple of weeks from now.
I know, but
yes,
I'm
girl.
just saying that sometimes when you're so used to saying, okay, let me rest, or okay, let me take a break, or oh, I don't feel like it, so I'm not doing it, your body gets into that state of mind to tell you, you don't need to do it.
You want to know something? Currently, I'm working 20 hours a day almost. Sleeping 4 hours if I'm lucky, wake up at 5 a.m., just like today. And I will finish my day today. I made some space to come here, but I'm going to finish today at midnight.
Yeah.
Physically speaking, Bear is being irresponsible. That being said, I told my boss next week, which is tomb sweeping stuff, I took 3 days for my Chinese New Year as well, and everything, because I worked during Chinese New Year. And I told him, you know what, I'm going to take 3 days out, so I had 9 days for me to go to the swimming pool, and that's what I'm going to do for 9 days, because that's what I want to do. Bear needs it.
Yeah. So
And my boss is not going to think any less of me because of that.
he won't, because he knows, and that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
have to know that you're capable of doing something.
Yeah.
So it's not about just, oh, I'm tired, so I'm not going to do it. It's, oh, I'm tired, let me rest and get back to doing what I should do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think
So
that's the
rest before you get sick. Happy.
It's about all this throughout the years. How do you motivate yourself, and how do you get the discipline? Because this is the really hard part nowadays. Because there's a lot of distraction. Even though
Let me tell you that the answer that is the most honest one. I learned to have discipline, and I learned to wake up every morning with a clean slate because of all the mistakes I made in my life. I can tell you a whole bunch of bullshit. As like, oh, I read this book and I did this and stuff and blah blah. But the reality is, I learned from my mistakes. When I was your age, which is like not too many years ago, but still, is that I did everything wrong that I could do. Okay? Whatever crazy idea that you think right now, and whatever crazy stuff that you heard of other people doing, I did that and more. And I also saw the consequences of not doing what I was supposed to do, not being disciplined, breaking the rules and stuff. I have 1,000 good stories about those, but that didn't take me to where I needed to be. It was until I realized through my mistakes that I didn't want to be in that position anymore. What do I mean by that position anymore? How many of you depend on a scholarship or something like that here? Okay? Here's the thing. For people like me, one of the things that have to go is like, I lost my scholarship. Why? Because I was not disciplined. What did I have to do? Well, I didn't administer my money properly, so I had to survive on a diet from 7-Eleven, you know those TNs, and those 10-cent box for juice box. Because that's what all the money I had, right? I had problems trying to get at the end of the month with trying to pay the rent because I spent all my money in parties. I cannot say that I spent it on anything else. I did it in parties and drinking and more. Here's the thing. When I realized that I didn't want that life, that's when I decided, you know what? Fuck it, I'm changing this. I cannot wait. The one thing is like you cannot wait for the circumstances around you to change because the circumstances are never going to change. If you want a different thing, if you want to be motivated to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. to be able to do your job, you have to remember the stuff that you don't want. You can see, probably not a personal life. You can think about that uncle that never had a job because, it's just an uncle. Everybody has one of those, right? Everybody's laughing because yeah, well, I know. Here's the thing, you don't want to do that. You want to be motivated, remember where you don't want to be, and remember where you want to go. And remember that, as I told you guys in class many times, whatever you want to have for your future, whatever you want, if you have a better future, you start working on it today. Because if your past was fucked up, and there's nothing you can do about it, then leave it there. Stop crying about that mistake you made, and change something today so tomorrow you're going to do something better. And you're going to be better. When I started to lose weight, when I was like 250 kilos, like 100 kilos from now, and actually even right now, guys, you see the new pants right now? These are my things. This is how much still going on. What is the thing about this? I was fed up with people making fun of me. I was fed up with people always telling me, oh, you can't tummy or you got fat. I never had trouble with girls, that's for sure. Personality, okay. But, that being said, I decided I needed to change that. And that is what I was telling, for example, people like that took the Navy challenge. You have to show up. The hard part is to show up. The hard part is to go and touch the water. Once you do that, you already won. But you have to push yourself and make sure that you challenge yourself to go and do it. Once you touch the water, whatever you do in the pool is extra already. And that was my motivation. I just want to go and touch the water. Whatever I do is extra. I challenge myself to do that. So whatever you want to do for your job, it's like today, or my only objective is I want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And that's my job every day, and I want to make sure that I can help somebody. You will wake up with that mentality. My challenge is this. If I accomplish this, everything else that happens does not matter. Are things going to go south? Yes. Are things going to go the way you planned them not to go? Yes. If everything, like as I say, once you throw something in the air, sometimes it's a party when the shit hits the fan. Basically means everything can go wrong too. But that doesn't mean that because yesterday you failed, today you're going to wake up crying and say, I'm a failure. I'm a failure. I'm not worth it. People say like, I was not doing good. My boss got angry with me. My boss got angry with me many times. You have no idea. Oh, that's how I never did actually.
I never.
Yeah.
I have easy balls.
But here's the thing. Because of that, that will not determine who you are. Remember when we talk about grades? That's a number in a paper, but that doesn't mean that you are a bad person. Or that number does not represent how good you are in other things. Right? So think about that every day when you wake up. It's a brand new day, a brand new start, a brand new opportunity for you to do things better. If something needs to be fixed, you're going to fix it. And if you have to make sure that you don't make that mistake again, you learn from the mistake. Okay? So my way of motivation for all of these years has been because I learned my lessons from my mistakes. Okay? Any other questions?
I've got two actually. I'll ask the first one. How do we, I think I can speak for most of the people here to say that a lot of us are afraid of failure because it's been deeply ingrained to us ever since as children. Oh, if you fail, blah, 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 like someone's going to come get you, you're going to go to jail, like the entire thing. And I feel like it's, in theory, it's so easy to say, oh, if everyone fails, it's okay, you just get back up. But how do we actually, do it in practice? Or like, okay, I failed, it's okay, I'll just try again. I think a lot of us need to learn how to not take failure so personally, even though it,
my mom will answer, or your moms will answer. If all of your friends jump out of a bridge, would that make it okay for you to jump to? If all of your friends are failing, would you think it's okay for you to fail?
Yeah. I mean, like.
Why?
No, because that's the thing. Like, for example, there's an exam. And out of 100, I get 60. I go to my mom. Ma, I failed, but don't worry. Everyone else also failed. Like.
You say that to my mom?
I know, right?
You'll be grounded for the rest of your life. As in, like, even if you get married somehow and have children, your children will be grounded too. Okay? Let me tell you something. Okay, let's see. Raise your hands. How many of you actually like feel afraid of not succeeding? I mean, not failing, not succeeding.
Not succeeding.
Yeah, which basically means it's like not achieving your goals. I'm not saying even failing, I'm just like not achieving your goals. Look around the room. We are all like that. Even us as professionals, like Asawa as well, me, we're constantly in that fear of that we're not going to achieve something. The department asks us, we need to achieve A, B, C, D, and it seems like none of the teachers are collaborating. We're not going to get to that goal. That is hard. Bear, I need you to train 5 people this week, and I need you to prepare material for this. I don't have time. The day only has 24 hours, and there's only one bear. I don't think I'll be able to do it. Now, failing can be taken in 2 ways. Either as an opportunity for you to learn, grow and stand up and go, or the opportunity for you to throw yourself a pity party and let everybody cry with you. I learned something. Let me tell you the following. I learned that if I want to achieve something in my life, even if I failed, I have done that many times in my face down to the ground. I stand up crying, but I continue walking while crying. I'm stuck. And that's not because I don't want to fail because of my mom or what society is going to say about me. In fact, you know what society says about me, right? Our parents usually give us this yali, this pressure, right? If you don't do it as good as your cousin, you see she's doing okay, she's studying in Europe right now, right? If you don't do this well, if you don't have this job, why you chose a very small company? You know? At the end, who's going to pay for all of those decisions? It's not your mom, it's not your dad, it's not society, it's not your uncle, your dog, or your cousin. It's going to be you. And trust me, the decisions you make and make you happy sometimes are the ones that are more valuable than if you start in a great job in Microsoft right after your graduation and you realize that you're unhappy. You know how many people have killed themselves, right? Failure, if you see it as like, oh, this is where I'm going to get crucified for my family, then you have the wrong mentality. If you see failure as an opportunity for you to grow and learn something about it, and then you become a better person, then you're going to actually look forward to the times that you failed, because that's where you became a better, bigger, stronger person. Yes, failure is scary because we have been programmed that if you don't do it, you are not accepted in the society. But read the lives of people who have been successful. Be friends with those people who are successful, and you will understand that they learn from their failures. The one thing that is true is that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out the most. So if you are actually surrounded by people that is constantly tell you that they're failures and they're happy with that, and then you should cry with it, then you are in the wrong crew. Because in this case, when you have people that will encourage you when they fail, and then they say, you know what, it's okay, let's try one more time. That is the people you want in your life, and that is the people who's going to bring you up. And whenever you see somebody else that needs your help, you are going to be the one guiding them, because your failures are the reason why you can be wise to guide other people to success. The reason why I've been able to talk to all of you students for years in a heart-to-heart is not because of my IQ, my talents. You don't give a shit about all this up there. You care about their being able to talk to you based on my failures, my experiences, in the time that I did the same mistake that you did. The time that I woke up in the park drunk and stuff. What did you do? Well, you know what? Next time you just go ahead and have extra money in your shoe, whatever, etc. Those things are the ones that will help others. So you can choose how you want to see failure. All of you. And then you choose what you want to do with it. It's your attitude that determines the outcome of your problem. Okay? Any other questions? Okay. Sounds good. Well, guys, it was great for me to be here with you guys. I missed this so much. Dr. Salo, thank you for inviting me today. And you guys have my line, my Facebook, my Instagram. Keep messaging me and stuff, okay? I'm here for you, okay? Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Dave.